Praise God. There's only 2 people here going to college in the fall, but everybody else is a senior. You already in freshman. In what, high school? Oh, who's freshman in college? Where?
Georgia State.
Ew. What about you? Okay.
Sophomore at Southern.
Southern? Who will? What about you? So everybody's in Georgia? That's fine. Somebody said that earlier today. Mom's cooking is too good, so nobody wants to leave anymore. You guys ready? Okay, they're still not ready. Man.
All right, thank you, everybody. We're waiting for the drama, for the ladies to set up for that. I would like to present some of our initiates. Usually with Rite of Passage, we usually do a volunteer hours. And we did do a volunteer hours with San Franciscan Table. It's a homeless shelter feeding area. They call it soup kitchen. And we did that this year. So most of the initiates did attend and some couldn't. We do understand that. So I have the certificate of 5 hours of volunteer hours that was presented to them by St. Francis Table. So I'm going to present it to the initiates. I hope you will my indulgence. Thank you. I have CJ Onya.
Hold on.
Thank you. I have Uzo Obeki. And thank you for coming to volunteer with us. We do appreciate that. You have your 5 hours of free volunteer hours.
Hold on. Hold on. Hold on.
And I have Ms. Chinez Alpara. And this is a way of giving back to the community we belong to.
Hold on.
I have Mr. Shibu Zokoy.
Chibu.
And I have Ms. Adeza Oko.
Adeza had her graduation party the night before, and she drove down at downtown Atlanta. And you know downtown, how you get lost. She was circling around and made sure she came there and volunteered. Then thank you so much.
Hold on.
Hold on.
And it was raining and I don't.
Yeah, it was raining. I thank you all, truly, I thank you. And some of the other, Annie, Obeki, and Mom, not the members. Annie wasn't part of the initiative, but she came also. And we fed that morning, rainy morning, 326.
26.
Yeah, how many? 326?
Yes.
Yeah, 326 people that needed warm food. We did.
Thank you. Thank you, guys.
That's great. I believe we should give a better round of applause for volunteering. People giving back their free time. We all know when nobody likes to work for free, so really appreciate that.
This one's right here. He doesn't. Oh.
Come on!
To the Otu Umunne group for that great exhibition of singing, dancing, and acting all at the same time. Igbo Union Broadway for free. So at this time, we'd like to acknowledge some special guests we have with us. I open the floor to the Igbo Union President, Mazi Joe Okorota.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Could you please stand? Yes, sir. Would you come address? Again, this is the president, current president of Igbo Union.
Otu Umunne kelenuwo mụọnụ zọọnụ ụmụ nwanyị nchigharị ndụ ndewonụ ụmụ Igbo ndị emekerela Amerịka ndewonụ unu daalụkwa Igbo wonderful biko on behalf of IUA asị m abịa ekele unu Otu Umunne ihe unu na-eme amamotu ndị ihe unu na-emela ebe ụmụaka anyị nọ na-eti ha otu eji ebihe. I don't know how else we can change our community without changing ndị na-eso anyị n'azụ. I'd make on behalf of ndị people. Actually, dịka onye isi unu kwuru, ọtụtụ ndị Igbo amatachabeghị when the right of passage, more in my brother supposed to be here, but Mama said I'm or right of. I believe as we do every year, really well, I'd make loan. Ejima Pamaina, Naso Otu Umunne, Una Badela.
Thank you. Thank you. SND. Thank you.
That's great. That's Otu Umunne and Igbo Union, two pillars in the Igbo community, Nigerian community as a whole in Georgia. And I saw looking at the flyer. This is the ninth biannual coming of age initiation. So that means for about 20 years now, 2 decades, Otu Umunne has been explicitly dedicated to passing on all our traditions and cultures to the youth. And that's the only way to keep our traditions alive, is to pass them on. So please, everyone in this building tonight is a part of that process and a part of passing on that culture. So give yourselves a round of applause for being here and supporting this. And while the initiates are getting ready for the actual formal, passing through into adulthood, we'd like to open up the floor to any parents or any relatives or friends who would just like to wish them well. Even though they're not here, they'll still hear your well wishes. So if anybody would like to address the initiates or just give thanks. Anybody? All right. So, everybody's eating, that's what it is, okay.
I'm going to go over some of the things that we went through with the men, now young men, Saturday night, Saturday evening, through this morning, the night of passage. Those of you who are not familiar with the rites of passage, what you're witnessing this evening, this afternoon, is the conclusion of it. gave them snippets of words of advice, like love one another, take pleasure in what you're doing, provided it's something that is right, something that you can do before God and before your parents. We advise you to strive for grace under pressure. In America, we talk about peer pressure. And sometimes it's individual pressure. We put the pressure on ourselves. Things start taking a turn for the worse, and we allow ourselves to unravel. So we encourage them to strive for grace under pressure, and to remember that life is too short. This is not our home. The ultimate hope and goal is to join God as one of His servants in His palace in heaven. We advise them to be generous, to be brave, because He was known for bravery. And advise them to live an amazing life, and to take time to maintain a positive outlook. We advise them to assert themselves, to learn to assert themselves, not to be crass, oppressive or abusive, but to respectfully assert yourself. You can do that in a quiet tone. You don't need to shout. You make your point, and get your point across. We advise them to stay true to their beliefs and to their tastes. I smiled when the keynote speaker told them not to be friends to everybody. We echoed that over and over and over again last night. Told them if you're friends, if everybody's your friend, it means you do double speak. You speak from both ends of your mouth. Nobody can have everybody as your friend. You follow your principles, you are true to your beliefs that are handed down to you from generation to generation and directly from your parents. We advise them to celebrate their achievements and to enjoy those celebrations. For the men, since it was a night of passing for the boys, we emphasize the need for respect for women. It's very important. Without women, none of us will be here. We advise them as young black males that in America, the society and the law is skewed against them, no matter who you are. We inform them that America as a society is an unforgiving society. You can be the best person today, and tomorrow the slightest of mistakes, no forgiveness. You pay the consequences. So to avoid those consequences and those mistakes, you take care of yourself. And we talk to them about true friendship. Your friend is someone who will call you to order without fear that you will lose your friendship. Someone who will tell you you're wrong to your face and walk away knowing that you're still friends. If you cannot take the truth from your friend, then you were not friends in the first place. We talk to them about self-control. We talk to them about civic responsibility. And in today's world, where technology is rampant, we advise them about self-discipline and restraint when using the World Wide Web. Whatever you put on the internet, Facebook, Twitter, whatever, what have you, stays there forever and ever. And I gave them an example of a young man who lost his job as the CEO of Radio Shack. 6 months into, this happened about 3-4 years ago. I don't know if anybody remembers that. 6 months after becoming the CEO of Radio Shack, he was forced to resign in shame because his college schoolmate published some crazy writings he posted on the web when he was in college. And that cost him the position to be a corporate CEO. So we talked to him about that. And ironically, today's reading in my church was about King Solomon. Solomon was about that same age, a teenager, when God chose him to be the king. And God came to him in a dream and asked him what he wanted. Solomon told God that he was but a child, and that God has already blessed him by choosing him to be a king of his own people, the Israelites. And these were vast and numerous, that he was afraid and didn't seem to be worthy of the blessings that God had already given him. So the only thing he asked God was wisdom. And in asking for that wisdom so that he can know right from wrong, and in so doing be able to be a good king for his people. In doing that, Solomon demonstrated humility. He was a king of a great people. Today's world, we are pompous. Here in Atlanta, Igbo people, there was a time some people started playing songs, and they announced to all who could hear them that they owned Atlanta, forgetting that tomorrow is never promised anybody. I don't care who you are. Tomorrow is never promised. The next sunset is never promised anybody. So for our children, we tried our best to drive this into them. We opened it up for questions. They asked us some tough questions. They asked about marriage. Who would we want them to marry? That was one of the most important questions they asked. And we talked to them about 1 year now. We talked to them